I'm actually training. What are you doing? You're just messing around.
Not slapping my gums like someone I know.
You're just messing around. Looking all cute. Messing around looking all cute with your little thang dumbbells. What up, guys? Today is week 4 of the 12-week Get Lean series, and we're about to find out today who is in the lead.
So I hadn't seen you for a couple days, actually.
Almost a week.
Yeah, almost a week. He was in Vegas. I came out to California. And when I saw him yesterday, he actually looked leaner. And it's making me a little bit nervous, but I'm not nervous because I haven't cheated on my diet. I haven't taken any days off. There's no weekend. On the other hand, though.
Guess what? I didn't do that either.
Didn't you go to a restaurant, have pho, and then you wanted to eat all this?
Yeah, but it's all within my macros.
He doesn't even know. How do you measure pho in your macros?
Let's go weigh in
from a restaurant
and see who's in the lead. How about that? It is what it is.
He lost too.
I know. Back all the way. All right, guys. The moment of truth. Obviously, we're not in a DEXA scan facility, so we can't get down to the nitty-gritty, but we can get a ballpark of who's in the lead or not. What was your starting weight on this scale?
170.
170. Mine was 218, and it's important to measure the weight on this scale so that everything stays relative to this measuring device. And ladies first. Okay, 163.2. What is that, 6.8 pounds?
Is it?
6.8 pounds, all right. All right.
And I hit 2 PRs.
And excuses right away.
No, I was just about to say how fucking dope the program is. Why are you so intimidated? I think he's gonna lose.
Can I get a UFC towel?
What does that even mean? No way!
208.
No way!
Bam!
Did you really?
So that's 10 pounds, or like just under 10 pounds in 4 weeks. Look at that. Can you tell? Can you even tell?
But wait, don't they say guys lose weight faster than girls?
So we've been looking through the punishments that you guys put in the comments. Some of them are pretty crazy, and we're gonna pick them and we'll announce them in the next episode. So make sure you stay tuned for episode 5. But now it's time for me and Gio to get after it, and it seems like someone has a little bit of extra work to do.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm not sweating it.
You look good. So we only got one bike here, and the first main warm-up is 60 seconds hard on the bike, 60 seconds chill. Since we do actually love each other just a little bit, we'll share. So someone's gonna do 60 hard here, walking 60 seconds, and switch for 6 rounds. Who are you gonna go first with me? You got more weight to lose, you go first. Get back on the bike.
The pre-workout.
Do you even know how to do it or no?
What the fuck is your problem?
The phone's not even on.
Yeah, did I start yet?
There you go. So what me and Gio are doing right now is properly warming up for the workout. And this is actually really important because one, it elevates your body temperature, gets your metabolism and central nervous system ready to train and work hard. And so when you do this, you lower your chances of injury. Not to mention, throughout the weeks, we bump up the intensity little by little. So by the time you start your actual barbell movement, you're already burning way more calories because your heart rate is much higher. So what's really cool about the way we program Get Lean is, in addition to helping you lose weight, we also want to get you ready to be more athletic and more capable in life. So that's why it kind of progresses that way. So this part is really, really important. It's something that I'm guilty of skipping in a lot of my own workouts and programming. But since we want to run it the right way to show the people of the world how to do it, I've been doing all 12 weeks to the T with minor adjustments for my powerlifting specific needs and my training specific needs. But other than that, we've been sticking to it. And I think me beating Gio by almost like 3 pounds shows that someone's doing it right.
So the program's been really, really fun for me. I'm someone that enjoys a lot of variation, a lot of like intense, high-paced things. And powerlifting is fun because every week, if you're doing it correctly, you'll be able to see your weights increase, telling you that you are getting stronger. But after a while, it gets a little mundane, a little bit boring, a little bit predictable. And when you run it for such a long block, like, if you don't have like a mental mindset, you will be like, fuck, this is just so fucking boring, because it's not like instant gratification. But this has like so many movements that I haven't done before, like a lot of different planks, a lot of this like different warm-up exercises, like I said, a lot of variation. So I actually look forward to it every single time I train. It's not gonna be the same thing every single day. So I've been having a lot of fun. And I know it's a good program because as I'm lifting, I fucking hate Bart and I hate Jacob. I'm like, how? Why would they program this shit? But then when I'm done with the workout, I'm like, oh, I died in the gym so I could feel alive. And it really does feel that way. It feels like I have like this new awakening and shit. So that's how I know it's a good program. When I hate people during it, but at the end I'm like, man, that was challenging. It was so good.
What about your feet? Do they lift?
Huh?
Do your feet lift?
Yeah, so you want to try to keep your body stiff. And as the smart people like to call it, you want to get into a kyphotic position. Shout out to Phil DeRue. You want to arch, what I call the badoingadoings, squeeze the kajagoongoos, and then also get rid of the resting bitch face so you actually look friendly. Hey, what the? So we got TKEs, which are terminal knee extensions. This is a really, really good prehab movement to get you ready for any type of lower body exercise. Or if you're a power lifter, Olympic weightlifter, we have a tendency to get tendonitis on the knee. This helps out because it brings a lot of blood flow into your knee, strengthens a lot of the smaller muscles around the knee joint to help strengthen those areas. And this alone has really helped me with my tendonitis back in the day. I haven't gotten knee tendonitis in a long, long, long time. And you guys just saw me squat 515, so works.
This part is not in the program just because we are powerlifters. We do want to keep or at least maintain our strength. So before the actual exercise starts, we'd like to do daily max. So since today is lower body deadlift focused, we're gonna build up to a daily max on our deadlift and then we'll proceed with the program. Wait, are you not deadlifting today?
I am. This is my deadlift warm up.
You're gonna what?
So fucking nosy, man.
You know, I have to help him because he's always reading the program wrong.
Too cool for the rules, baby, get off of me. Never need no push, I do it all for me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be. Too true for the flex, baby, don't cap to me. Drop 50, bring 150 right back to me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market.
For the longest time, like if you guys zoom in to when I was squatting 500, not only is this not, I ran out of holes, so I'm one bolting. I used to be here. I'm all the way down here. Not only am I down here, I'm latching like this in the 500. I'm single latching. This is what you're supposed to do. Right now, I'm back like over here, so it feels way better. Aside from that, anytime you're in a caloric deficit, you definitely feel slightly lower energy, because that's what calories is, right? It's putting energy into your body. So my energy system is slower. I definitely feel that. So that's why I gotta maximize sleep, you know? So now I'm like, okay, if energy is gonna be a problem, I really gotta get my sleep in, really gotta get hydrated, which is why I take my mini support. So make sure like all the other areas of myself, I'm bumping back up, try to reduce my stress levels a little bit, and really try to eat like nutrient dense foods so I stay full, because at least there's a psychological aspect there, right? Because like you can eat a lot of like more processed foods and you'll hit your calories, but then you'll just feel like sucked in. And so I want to feel full. Like when I feel full, I feel strong. So I'm trying to eat nutrient dense foods as much as possible. Yep.
It ain't no thing to do my thing, it's what I did today. I copped that crib and bought 2 chains and then I hit the race. And it's okay to do your thing, but just don't do it.
You don't need to yell, dude.
You gotta stay focused.
I always tell Bart.
You gotta stay focused, man.
I always tell Bart I don't like yelling, especially when people yell at me or cheer for me, because it gets me out of my space.
Let's go, babe.
And he's the only one that ever does it.
Let's go. There we go.
Shut up! Fucking hate him. Did I lift it heavy?
It felt really heavy. Usually on Wednesday, so today's a Wednesday, it's my break day. But to fit everything in my schedule, I had to slide my deadlift day 1 day over, and I had a really hard lower body day just 2 days ago. So I'm usually more recovered than this, and because of that, like I feel more fatigued. But we'll see. I never trust the body. That's why you should always film your sets. Trust the camera. So we'll see how it looks. Not bad. So it felt about half a RPE to a full RPE harder than that, which is why it's always good to have an extra set of ice, because even sitting in traffic can affect how things feel, you know? So I'm glad I saw that, and that gives me a more intelligent information to pick my next weight. So my next weight will probably be 365 for 4 sets of 6.
Wave.
And right now moving into the first exercise. So it's deadlift by 8 at an RPE 6. So, because I don't know what my RPEs are just yet, since this is the first time I'm doing this style after such a warm-up. I started off with something I know would for sure be a 6. I did 135 for 8. I think I might go up, but because I'm still kind of getting used to this week, I might just kind of play it by ear today, and then next week I'll probably bump up the weight just to play it safe. So RPE stands for rate of perceived exertion, meaning like, so I like to rate it this way. So from a scale from 1 to 10, how heavy is it for you, right? So the closer you get to a 10, 10 being your daily, like that's like a PR, that's like you shaking and shit, that's a 10. So if it's a 6, then I go, okay, if at the 6, I feel like I have 4 more in the tank, like 4 more reps in the tank, then it's a 6. You know, if like I lift and I'm like, fuck, I probably could only do 1 more, then that means it's an RPE 9. So yeah, rate of perceived exertion.
All right, the first superset we got going on is a goblet split squat, supersetted with dumbbell crossovers. With the goblet split squat, it is a different variation of the Bulgarian split squat, also known as the Bulgarian split lunge. And for this bad boy, if you want to work a little bit more of the gluteus maximus, have your leg a little bit out front more, If you want to work a little bit more on the quads, like me, I got my little baby quads, have your front heel closer to your back toe so that your knees travel over your toes a little bit more for that quad emphasis. For her, she's doing like a medium stance, so it works a little bit of both, not emphasis on any. But what's dope about the goblet is it keeps you upright for those upright athletic positions. So if you're a high bar squatter, or if you're an Olympic weightlifter, or if you play a sport where you're more in this stance rather than this stance, it's very good for that. Next up, she's gonna try to look as cute as possible. Look at that smile, look at that. Doing the dumbbell crossover. So for my ladies or my dudettes that wanna work on some of that side booty, this is really good for that because when you cross over, patow, you use some adduction, right? And then you flex the patow, the medial, right? Pow, come down here. Right after, more adduction, patow, and go over, just like that. So you'll feel it on that side, you know what I mean, like that. That little side glute action right there. With your po-po. All right, so what she's doing is the med ball squat. This is another variation of kind of what we were doing earlier, where it was unilateral, but now it's both legs. This is really good for a lot of athletic sports. If she would do a gable grip, this really helps out with grapplers, like wrestlers, jiu-jitsu athletes. It puts your center of gravity a little bit ahead of you, which is like, you know, a lot of grappling or a lot of sports, it requires you to do that. So we have that supersetted with pause jump squats. So the importance of this is to come to a dead stop at the bottom, because what you're doing is you're trying to remove that rebound or that flex, that stretch reflex. I'm sorry, I'm tired. So you want to go from a dead stop to boom, exploding, and you see how she was able to get like a good 3 inches of vertical. She's doing a really good job. If you want to do double underhooks, you could carry it like this. Gable grips as a grappler, or any other way. I'm sure strong men have their own way. You can do it any way you want. Throughout this whole program, one of the things that you'll notice is we walk you through a lot of different training modalities. So from tempo, you know, we're controlling the eccentric down, to isometric, like a pause squat like we just did, to box jumps or even jump squats. So it's more plyometric, it's more of a dynamic movement. So we put load on you in the form of a barbell, med ball, goblet, take the load off, have you pause, and then have you like spring into action. And the goal is to also prepare you to be an overall athlete, and also just to keep things fun. You know, I think for a lot of people want to look good, but more importantly, I think people want to move good throughout life. So all the prehab movements, all the core, all that stuff, if you're running this program, don't skip any of it. It's all really, really good for you and meant to build your athletic foundation. And as we progress, we're gonna start making more like intermediate to advanced programs too, like power building, bodybuilding specific, powerlifting, even more athletic programs. This will be a really good base to go into a lot of the other ones. And for those of you guys who are starting brand new, don't worry about that. The next program we're gonna drop is actually called Get Started. So our goal is to put a barbell in everyone's hands, get the whole world lifting together, and make the world a stronger and funnier place.
So, part of Wave 2, what I've noticed that I actually started really enjoying, and honestly it's this whole program, is at the beginning of every exercise there's a bunch of like other, what is it, supersets? Or like? Prehab, and I've really
it's in superset form.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
And I've never really done that. I just do my regular stretches, and I don't really break a sweat. I just feel like I'm like warmed up enough and loose enough, and then I start doing my exercises. But I start doing planks, or I do the bike, or I do like 1 minute on and like running, 1 minute off just walking. So like all this variation before I even start my workout has actually been my favorite. Because before I like start exerting any real type of like heavy energy, I'm already breaking a sweat. So I'm like, yes, I feel so warm and so capable. Like I feel like I'm in tune with like my animal side, and it feels nice.
So, you know, for a lot of people that are lifting, especially like you've been doing it for a while, you tend to get a little bit more, the nice word is efficient, but the actual word is lazy, right?
True.
And then we just want to get in and hit our top set, do our main work, and
We
then
got
just
life
go
to
off.
live.
Yeah, we want to go off and do the other things. So a lot of times you'll hear a common phrase, man, it clicked on the 5th set, or midway through their volume work, I'm warm now. That's the wrong way to go about it. You shouldn't have your 5th set be the one that's the fastest, the most warm. That means you haven't warmed up all the way. So what we're trying to do with doing things correctly, since we're giving this to the masses, is have people warm up the correct way without a load, so your body is ready to actually do the exercise. You'll notice I was drenched before I even hit deadlifts, right? And my body is warm, ready, my proprioception, my body awareness is... My favorite part of wave 2 so far is just a lot more variation. You know, for like the past 6 to 8 months, I was really chasing that big squat, and so a lot of it is like training in one plane. So you're not really moving around, you're not being dynamic, everything is under the barbell, under weights, and it's very straightforward type of like progression. So getting myself to move like an athlete again, like I was like, whoa, 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 I feel like Usher now. We are on week 4 of the Get Lean program. We just finished weeks 1 through 3. If you guys want to get lean with us this summer, you can grab the Get Lean program too. Go to barbellbrigade.com. Don't forget to use the code YouTube to get 10% off, and we can get lean together. See you guys in the next episode.